What's going on, guys? I just want to talk to you about driving in Spain. And if you're moving over from the United Kingdom, there are a few key differences that you really have to know before you start doing some driving. Now, it helps that you've already got a UK license because you can just switch that over, which is fantastic. And I strongly recommend you do this within the allotted time of gaining residency so that you can avoid taking a Spanish driving test. Trust me when I say this, you do not want to have to sit a Spanish driving test because it's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you money, and you can get away with it. But we're talking now about what's it like really on the roads. And I just did a very short TikTok video on this, but we can go into detail. So the first thing is, when it comes down to giving way. Now, in the UK, regardless of a little bit of road rage, we do tend to have what I would consider are very polite road manners. So we tend to give way a lot more frequently than what people do in Spain. And I've observed that they just won't acknowledge you in the car. And that's just culturally the way it is here. And it also is, even if you're a pedestrian, so let's say that you're crossing the road on a zebra crossing, you're going to see that people are watching the cars to see if they slow down. Because if you just step out onto the road, you might get hit. I've seen people get wiped out on roundabouts here. I've seen people get run over on zebra crossings. It's not funny. You know, cars are way more solid than bone. But apart from not giving way, the next one is insane. And this is really hard to wrap your head around. So please listen carefully. We're talking about roundabouts. Now, as you know, in the UK, if you want to go all the way around the roundabout, you'll go on the inside lane. And it makes perfect sense, right? Because the people leaving the roundabout early, they need to be on the outside lane to do that. Otherwise, you're going to cross over. There's going to be accidents. Am I right? Well, of course I'm right. But in Spain, that would be wrong. So what do we recommend you do? First thing is understand that the outside lane has preference. So generally speaking, this terrifies us as Brits driving in Spain, because not only are we in the opposite side of the road, which is maybe the biggest and most challenging difference to get used to, but it's the roundabouts. So if you want to go all the way around the roundabout in Spain, you are advised to hug the outside lane. And when you see people on their driving lessons and they're on the outside lane, not only are they on the outside lane, they hug it so far on the outside lane that they look as though they're leaving the roundabout. So you've really got to know this. And generally speaking, we explain to people here when they're new, you really want to avoid going on the inside lane of a roundabout. Because if you're on the inside and you want to leave, you've got to look over your shoulder to see what the person on the outside lane is doing. Because they can continue going round, you could leave, and boom, you crash into them. So guys, there's many things that we've got to take into consideration, but we can't go into all of them on one video. But we can go into all of them on a 60-minute Move to Spain consultation, where I'm going to save you hundreds of hours of research, thousands of euros in moving expenses. We can discuss my Move to Spain relocation package, NIE numbers, residency visas, buying houses safely, any topics that you need to know about. And plus, the free information that I give is good. Imagine being a customer and getting the stuff that people pay for. Message me today, guys. The details are on the screen right now. And as always, I hope to see you on the beaches of Spain when you get here.